Welcome back to the Banner Saga 2. I've heard all of your advice and I'm going to try and implement it the best I can. I can't promise that I'll be fantastic from now on, but I can at least try and be better. Try and keep my squishy humans in the back more. Try and use my tanky characters better. So, to speak in all tongues, Chapter 10. Last time we finished with Bulwark's first chapter, and we're returning to our human-run caravan on its way to the capital. Once energetic Mender approaches, looking both worn and troubled. I am not sure I thanked you for the time to recover. I've never woven a spell that strong before. Are you sure you're ready to move on? You look... I know. I caught my reflection earlier. It's a more mature look. Mender grins and a hint of his former youth shines through. Not everyone would have stopped for so long, especially with the ground rumbling like it has. You've grown up to really care about everyone here, Alette. It's a gift, and I hope you never lose it. He weaves a bit more on the armor. Have you given any more thought to my offer? I think some mending could really benefit you. You consider his offer. Sure. It might really help someday. I think so too, and you already know more than you think. I doubt it will take long to teach you the basics, but you'll have to practice as we go. I'm placing some patterns on your bow. Trace them with your thumb at all times. Practice. Memorize them. Understanding will occur later. Okay, let's check our camp. Morale is good. Supplies are decent. Luden wants to talk. Let's see. I want to level up some people. There we go. She's at max armor and max health. And let's level up Oddleaf. Alright, let's see what my party will be. Of my my big guys, let's put in Hakan and Ivor. My humans, my non-archer humans, let's put in Ivan and Aleo for now. And of my archers, let's put in Nid. leaf. Strength. Give that to you. No, I can only give it to you. I can give it to you as well. One will per turn plus 3 will. Let's give that to Nid. Keep that on you. Give this to you. Give you more will. Keep the minus aggro on you. Give the increased crit chance to you. And a Leo. Give you that. Okay. Let's see what Luden has to say. The prince is acting even more standoffish than usual. You and Ivor have caught him staring ahead and twisting the ring on his finger over and over. Ursa quietly stands nearby. Glad to be heading home? Luden turns to you two and offers a polite smile. Even after the chasm, would it surprise you if I said no? I thought you hated being so far from Marlborough. Life on the trail hasn't won me over, but it's not all bad. It's even possible that I've learned a few things about leading people while out here. You, Ivor, and Ursa look stunned to hear the prince talk this way. I've grown up in comfort and trained with scholars and fighters. I've never known anything else. Saying stuff like that won't make you any friends in this caravan. But that's just it. Among these clansmen, I've seen the differences. I think I understand them a bit more. Alright, that's great. I'm glad you think so, but I doubt my father will. Your sir will agree. My father's not what you call open-minded. The king's a hard man. Has to be. But his son is his weakness. Can you tell me about him? I suppose, but there's not much to him. He's king. He draws a hard line on nearly every topic. Talking to him is much like being told what to do. In fact, it's exactly that. I used to think the same thing about my father. Sometimes. This isn't about being his son. You'll see. Kings usually have to make tough decisions, stick with them. Maybe someday you'll see why. I know. I just don't think he'll care for my ideas on treating with commoners. What would you be like to be called? We're all people, Prince. Even you. You have a charming way of humbling me. Ursa rolls her eyes. Just keep an open mind about your father the way you'd like him to have towards your ideas. That's something I've never considered before. I'll think on it. As Prince Luden and Ursa walk away, you feel Ivor watching you. What? When did you become so full of sage advice? Since I started listening to you. Gods, don't start making that mistake. There of you share a smile before moving on. That was cute. Okay. I think we're ready to move on. Metal clanging is hard in the distance and grows louder. You see a yacht's cart surrounded by 4 Varl and an older woman hitting a ladle against a pan. All sorts of things for sale, she says, but her eyes go wide when she looks at you. It's you. Special deals when it comes to you. How do you know me? Word travels fast, she says. Think you can slay Sunder and keep it secret? She clicks her tongue and shakes her head. Mater knows of you, sure enough. Why are you out here selling things? Mater sells things to those traveling, she says. It's what she does. Used to be as generous as Acele Mater was, but that don't buy more supplies. Let's see what you have. Of course, Mater says, but make up your mind. Mater will be gone quick as she arrived, and don't get any ideas of sneaking off with things. These four Varl have the keenest eyes, the sharpest blades, and the shortest tempers. You feel the Varl watching your every move. Her supplies isn't that great, with one renown giving me only 2 supplies. Let's see if there's anything in here I like. That's nice. But it's a really high level. +2 aggro, 5% dodge strength. +1 will per kill, +2 strength resistance. I like that. I only have 18 renown though. No, I'll pass up for now. Easy boy, a clansman shouts as the ox cart nearly topples to the side. The tamped path of the east way is suddenly turned into shamble. Looking ahead, it only gets worse. Various chasms gape like open mouths. You glance back at Ivan, who looks at you and shakes his head. The entire caravan comes to a halt. We'll be eating our belts before finding a way across this broken road, especially with this many. And there's no telling how far we'd have to backtrack to head north. Then we'll head south across the Ormsa riverbed. We can head towards Grunder and on west. Trygve peers around Hakon's elbow before coming full into view. Heading south is questionable. Those people. Why do you say that? Maybe I spent a lifetime there. Plenty of things to eat under logs, but there's also people in the bogs. His eyes go wide. The skald should hear my rhyme. Okay. But what's wrong with heading south? Different ways of living. Old ways. Stuck in the mud. And Kragsman are less bothersome. I think he's talking about the boggers, the rough, backward people of Schwarzbog. Trygve frowns at Ivor. Words like that can find you swollen, filled with poison. He puffs out his cheek and stares at Ivor. This is why Varl tend to keep to themselves. Each human is crazy in their own way. Trygve hunches over with laughter until he suddenly stops, sniffs the air, and marches away. Strange, but it's a fair warning. We're crossing over into lands most of us have never seen. Just because we left those dredge behind doesn't mean we won't have more wars ahead of us. If we had more supplies, I'd say we should stop a few days and train these clansmen to fight. Consider your options. Let's camp. I could use more fighters, I guess. Let's train 100. Okay, we got more fighters. Less clansmen now, though. You can enter yourself, but what about about your other fighters? Sven says. Ever used a Varl and an archer to trap somebody? Think about what he's saying. Let's try it. Okay, battering ram someone with into random arrows. I can do that. This will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I should only have to move up 1 space. I'll move up 2 just up here just in case. There we go. It's a good one. It's a good move. I'll have to use that. Oops, I didn't see how much renown I got. Ooh, I'm up to 34. Nice. Any more training? Never seen a mender with as much power as this Ivan, says Fed. But after watching him a while, I bet I can show you how to really benefit from that lightning of his. You think about what he's saying. Let's begin. Can I do it right now? Kind of looks like I can. Let's give it a try. No, not quite. How does that not count? I mean, I guess he's technically not straight diagonal, but he is pretty diagonal. Oops, I accidentally moved. Okay, now I can do it. There we go. Nice. Renown. Nice. Anything else? Okay. Let's spend some of that renown I just got. So I have 2 level 5 archers. Let's get 2 level 5. You guys. Two level 5. Let's get a level 5 spearman in here. And level 5. A Leo. Give this to you. I'll give this to you. Okay, let's move on. A scout runs up ahead. There's a woman tied to a tree up ahead. Got 4 guards watching her. The strange news draws a good deal of attention from the caravan. The found woman is ranting and spitting at the 4 guards when you arrive to ask what's going on here. This here's a witch, one guard says, plaguing our clan, making everyone really sick. But we caught her and brought her the way out of here. The others not. She's been tied here for 5 days without food and water. Then she's to be tied here for 5 days without food and water, then cut loose. Been 3 days so far. She's been 3 days without water? She should be dead. But she'll die on her own after that long with nothing to eat or drink, you say? That's not on us, the guard responds. But if you want to set her free, we'd be bigger fools than you to get in your way. Consider what to do. How do you know she's a witch? Everyone looks at the woman who is grinning a toothless grin. She scratches the tree bark and calls out the dead gods one by one. That's not enough, the guard says. She has seen squeezing mistletoe berries into water troughs. I think I heard that makes you sick. The other guards bob their heads in agreement. Doesn't mean she's a witch, just means she's a bitch. He smiles and saunters towards the tied woman. She says a few quiet words to the prisoner and looks her over, returning. My suggestion, burn her and the tree to the ground. I really am too soft. Let her join us. Guard looks shocked. We're not getting near her, she says, and the 4 of them run off in different directions. You cut the woman free and she slumps to the ground, weak. A few others help you get her into the cart and give her some water. She smiles at you once before falling asleep. Let's see how that comes back to bite me. Once you cross the Ormsa riverbed, the wind ceases to cut through the humid air. The darkening sky lets loose in its rain, and soon fat drops of water turn the dirt path into sucking mud, slowing the caravan. Cloaks are pulled overhead, and children and animals are wrangled in the yards. Great, now we have to trudge through mud, but that'll affect Okay, got 10 food from foraging. I was hoping to avoid visiting this part of the kingdom for at least a few more years, Prince Ludin says. At least others have had the sense to abandon this cesspool. As arrogant as he sounds, he's right. There are very few signs of life around you, yet you still feel like you're being watched. The lowing of the usually quiet yachts indicates the beast's difficulty pulling the carts. You're up to your knees in it when a scout comes to you. Found some stone markers that led us to a few paths of solid ground over here. He points while shouting over the ox. Uneven, bumpy, but easier than these stone markers. Yeah, the man says. Don't look natural. Don't look like much of anything else either. Just some stones marking the path through the place. All I can figure. Yes, you would ask Trigby, but he's nowhere around. Probably out gathering mushrooms. Lead the way. Caravan changes course slowly, but you soon see the large stone markers, some with sticks tied around them. The caravan picks up speed over lumps of packed ground filled with child screams. You rush back to see a boy being pulled out of a hole in one of the mounds you cross. Inside, you see blackened, wrapped bodies buried only inches beneath the bog. You're walking across the burial ground. Get everyone moving, Ivor says. There's a chance we make it out of here without anyone knowing we were here. You start urging everyone on. You feel we were watching you. Sorry. I didn't know. They're all around us, shouts a man near the edge of the caravan, and we're stuck in this mud. Kragsmen are encircling you. Their leader steps forth and shouts, "There's no price but blood for crossing through the land of our dead," shouts a ring out. They're prepared to attack. That would probably get him killed. You try talking them down. As fighters attempt to form ranks, you rush forward in diplomacy. Arrows litter the field around you, sending you back almost immediately. However, your attempt encourages those around you who had a bit more time to prepare. It looks like the force you trained is roughly the size of the enemies. This could go either way, but victory here will protect most of your clansmen. The whole bog seems to move with the approaching Kragsman. Eric, a warden from Strand, says, "I know this sounds mad, but they're bringing battle-trained bears. If we weaken one, I can make it ours." He smiles at your confusion. Ask the governor of Strand. They're helpful in certain situations. Hakon growls, "We could lose our lives, and he wants a new pet? Consider what to do." Alright, this better be worth it. We'll need time. We'll need to clear the battlefield except for one bear, the warden says. Then leave the rest to me. This is crazy, but okay. Battle begins with Eric smiling. Okay. Let's get, who did I have in here? I had Hakon in here. Okay. Don't really have time for the battle, but we can see what we're going to face. If it ever loads. Ooh, 2 bears. Okay. Oh. We're at 2 willpower. Plus 2 willpower. So we're going to call it here. when we return, we'll take on these bears and men. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you like this video, please give me a like, share, comment, subscribe. It always helps me out. And as always, have a good day and take care.